Yes guys, this is my apartment in Spain. I've bought it off plan in March 2023. And in this video I want to show you guys how it looks like, how the process works of buying an apartment in Spain and what the actual results are. So first let's do a little house tour. Alright, and welcome. Here we have the first bedroom actually. It's a twin bed bedroom. For the kids, for example. We have a closet and a view of the garden area here. Not too special, maybe have a quick look. Then belonging to this bedroom we have a bathroom as well, which is this one. It's quite big, got everything, sink, toilet, shower area. Then we have the second bedroom, which is ours right now, the twin bed with the closet of course, and also the same garden view as the other one. And we have of course the bathroom here, shower area and the rest basically. Alright, let's go to the kitchen and living area. We have a fully equipped kitchen with cooking, microwave, oven, fridge, freezer, a lot of storage space, washing machine and all the appliances you should need. Then we have the living area with a dining table, which we use as an office right now, but we cleaned up. Here we have a little balcony area with a washing machine and the boiler. Maybe you can show the view a little bit. Down there is a little bit of a mess, but for the rest it looks nice. Then we have the living area and the TV area. I'm not sure if it works because we don't really watch TV. Then we have the big balcony area, which I really like. Got our seating area here. And we've got a nice view here of the pool area. Down there is also a gym and a wellness with a sauna and hot tub, or what do you call it, jacuzzi. But the only thing right now that's happening here is we have sea view right there, but it looks like it's going to disappear because they are building some kind of wall here to block the noise from the karting next door. So that's kind of annoying, but is what it is, I guess. All right, let's do some calculations about this apartment, how much I bought it for, what the extra costs were, how long it took until it was done, what the rental results are, and if I actually want to keep it or want to sell it, or what my plan actually is. All right guys, let's talk about some numbers. First of all, we bought this apartment for 279,000 euros in March 2023. This complex has been built in multiple phases. We were one of the first phases. That basically means that you have the lowest price because it takes the longest until completion. While everything is getting complete, the prices of the units are rising because of course it's closer to completion. You have appreciation of the unit, you have inflation, and also it's basically higher in price because if someone buys it, it's basically easier for them to rent it out because it's almost done. When you look at the last phases of this community, the prices of similar apartments as this one were getting sold for 359,000 euros. So that basically means there's a 80k appreciation already there. That's good, but you have to keep in mind, if you want to sell a unit like this, you also have to pay a 4 to 5% commission to the broker. Basically the real estate guy that's going to sell it for you, or you have to sell it yourself, and that's quite a lot of money as well. And above on the 279,000 purchase price, we have a 10% transfer tax, which is way too much in my opinion. And next to that you have a lot of costs for notary, lawyer, and basically small details. And for me it was like 13 to 14% of extra cost on the purchase price. I will show you on my screen a little calculation on that. But first, let's talk about the recurring cost. First of all, we've got a mortgage for this apartment, a 50% loan to value. I wanted to get 80 or 70%, but unfortunately the Spanish banks are really a pain in the ass, and it took us months until we got the mortgage, even though we were making a lot of money with our businesses. Still then, they were being a pain in the ass and only wanted to give us a 50% loan to value. So we have a mortgage of 150,000 on this apartment. The total cost with the transfer tax and all the other costs came to a total of 317,000 euros. So the rest is basically own money. So it's quite a lot of my own money in this apartment, and the returns are not that good. We're going to dive into that in a bit as well. So for the monthly recurring cost, we have the mortgage, 870 euros per month. The electric average around 130 per month. The water around 100 per month. Internet only 20 per month, and the community cost around 100 per month. Brings a total to $1,220 or euros, per month. Of course, the mortgage is a little bit of interest and of course paying off the loan. So that's some wealth you're building during the period of time. Of course, the people that are renting this place are paying my mortgage off, but I would rather see someone paying my mortgage off, including or on top of that an extra nice profit. But in my opinion, the profit in Spain, at least in this area, in this apartment, is not really that good. But yes, I knew this from the beginning. They've already told me this when I was buying this apartment. So that's a little bit of my own fault. They told me the ROI was only going to be like 3% here in net cash flow. But of course, appreciation of the unit would be way better in the upcoming years. So this would be an investment for like 7 years. But right now, in my own opinion and my own situation, I would rather invest in other countries because the interest there is way, way better. And right now I'm here for the first time and I really like it. The quality is very good. So I'm maybe thinking about keeping it, but that will be an emotional choice and that's not smart. We have to make choices on data. And if I keep this unit and maybe do break even over the year or maybe a couple thousand in profit, it's basically not enough. So I would rather sell this apartment, which I'm actually going to do. It's listed for 345,000 right now. So hopefully it's sold soon. But with the money that's coming back out of this deal, I can buy another villa in Bali, for example, that cash flows to the 2.5k net profit per month, which brings me towards my goals even faster. That's why that would be my preference. And of course, I like to come to Spain in the winter, but I would rather rent something with all the cash flow I'm getting from Bali, for example, or Dubai. Alright guys, let's look at the numbers on my screen. I have a spreadsheet right here with a buying price of 279, 10% transfer tax, almost 28,000 euros, which is a lot. So if you buy an apartment here and for some reason you have to sell it really quick, there's a chance that you're going to get a loss because this transfer tax you're not going to get back. So you have to keep that in mind. You're basically starting minus when you're buying something like this. Notary cost was around 11k, including a lawyer and extras. So I like 11k for that. Total almost 318,000. 50% plus all those taxes were our own money. So that came to a total of 178, mortgage 150. It's currently for sale for 345. We have to keep in mind that the seller fee for the broker or the real estate guy is going to be 4 to 5%. So right here I've calculated with 4% and that's 13.8k. So the amount after cost will be 331. Of course, we paid 317, so there would be a little bit of a profit there, but we also have to pay some profit tax. So yeah, we will see how that goes. But after mortgage, there will be coming some money back to us, and I would rather invest this money in something cash flowing way better than here in Spain. Because here in Spain, when you're renting out this apartment, first of all, I'm working with Casa Capitals, very happy with those guys. First of all, the guy that's helping me, I know him in real life, so I have a lot of confidence in him, and he's getting great results compared to my previous management company here in Spain. He is getting a lot of clients through Facebook groups for the winter months, and that's very important because every month you don't have it occupied, you're basically in the minus. When I look at the winter months here, usually from October, November until March, April, then I am having people that are renting this place per month usually, and that's basically break even for me, just covering the cost, but of course they are paying off my mortgage, so my profit will be there indirectly, but that's just not good enough for me. I want a positive cash flow every month. That's why I rather invest in Bali, where you have a positive cash flow every month, basically summer season every month. All right, then before you should buy an apartment wherever in the world, you should use AirDNA. AirDNA is basically a tool that has all the information from Airbnb. Right here I've found my location here. It's here. On top here you have Alicante, 45 minutes down you have Torrevieja. And when we zoom in a little bit, we go 10 minutes south from Torrevieja. And then we have my area, which is here, close to the Lidl, however you want to call it. You can also find my listing here. Oh, this one. That's my listing. So as you can see, AirDNA calculates my average rate on 93.4 euros per night. I think right now the occupancy is 85%. I don't have a subscription anymore, so we cannot see that. But we have to keep in mind that AirDNA only has the data of Airbnb, and that's not including the bookings that coming from Booking.com or direct bookings through Facebook or whatever. That's why the data from AirDNA is very low on most of the places in Spain, because people live here themselves a couple months a year, and that will give you a wrong database basically. But in my opinion, the nightly rates are too low compared to the price of this unit. Of course, in the summer, right now it's May, so the prices are going up. Right now like 110 or 120 per night. But in summer, in July and August, I hope to reach the 200 per night. And those 2 months are most likely going to be the months that I'm going to make the profit. And then of course I have to hope that I will be renting it out in the other months in order to break even or at least get a little bit of profit. But yeah, once again, in my opinion, it's not good enough. But the apartment is very nice, and I think for a lot of people it's a good investment. But yeah, for my standards, I would rather have something better. And here we can quickly see the listing, some pictures. You can also see some pictures from the pool area. We have some barbecues outside, playing ground for the kids. It's not a warmed pool, so right now it's kind of cold, but it's doable. But overall, I'm happy with the apartment. It's just that in the recent years I've learned more things, have more experience in investing in other countries. So most likely I will be investing everything in Bali. Quick update about Bali, little delay, hopefully next month, halfway June, I hope it will be finished. And once I will get my first results there, we will do a house tour of course and show you some results of that investment as well. I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.